Hello student, today we will continue with the chapter number 4 heat part 2. We already discussed about the clinical thermometer. Now we are going to discuss with the laboratory thermometer. In clinical thermometer was used to measure the heat of the human body. Now laboratory thermometer is used for measuring the heat of water or heat of any other substance. A laboratory thermometer has a long narrow glass tube. It has a bulb at one end containing a mercury. Same like clinical laboratory thermometers. In laboratory thermometers there is also a mercury. It has a scale marked in C, that is degree Celsius, that range from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. Now, how to measure the temperature by using a laboratory thermometer? We already discussed how to measure the temperature in our clinical thermometer. Now we will measure how to measure the temperature using a laboratory thermometer. We need to follow some steps. Now take some water in a beaker. You can see in the picture there is a beaker in which we have to take a tap water. Dip the thermometer in the water. Now take the thermometer and you just dip it inside the water. So the bulb of the thermometer does not touch the bottom. You do not have to touch the thermometer at the bottom, and does not touch the bottom or the side of the beaker, and even don't touch it to the side. Now hold the thermometer vertically. You don't have to hold the thermometer straight but little vertical. The mercury level rise. Wait till the level of the mercury becomes steady. Note the level of the mercury. This will be the temperature of the water. Immediately you put the laboratory thermometer into the water. The temperature of the water will be measured with the help of the mercury. So mercury will raise its temperature and you will know what is the temperature of the water. Now transfer of heat. How heat is transferred from the cold object. How heat will transfer. There are three ways where the heat can transfer. Heat flows from a body at a higher temperature to the body at a lower temperature. This is called transfer of heat. What is transfer of heat? From the higher temperature, the heats move to the lower temperature. This is called the transfer of heat. And heat is transferred in a three different way. How heat is transferred? Heat is transferred in a three different way. First is conduction, second is convection, and third is radiation. We will learn step by step each and every thing. Conduction, convection, and radiation. Now first we are going to start with conduction. What is conduction? Conduction is a process by which heat is transferred in solid from the hotter end to the cooler end. When heat is transferred from solid object, it will transfer from the solid from hotter to the cooler end. How heat will start to reach from the solid object, from the hot object till to the cooler end. Then it is called conduction. Now take an activity you can do at home also. Take an iron rod or an aluminum rod or a strip. Just take a rod. You can even take a scale, the steel scale that is available. Fix a few wax pieces on an equal distance. What you need to do on that scale, just put some wax pieces. From the candle, just put some wax pieces. Cramp the rod to the stand. Just cramp the rod on the stand. Heat the end of the rod. Now just heat the end of the rod. You can see the candle is making a heat on the rod. The wax piece begin to melt and fall down from the heated, and it will end. Now you know that as the rod get heated, the heat get pass from the hotter object to the cooler object. You can see the arrow where the heat is being transferred. This shows that heat is transferred from the hotter end to the cooler end by the conduction. So from the beginning point where the candle is there, slowly, the heat will transfer to the last end of the rod and the wax pieces will begin to melt. So this shows there is a conduction in the heat. Now we can see the conduction how it is in this example. Conduction, the transfer of heat through a direct contact. You know, when our mother cooks food at home and in the pressure cooker, if a spoon is kept with the cooker, then you will see that even that spoon will get hot, or the pan, as the pan is hotted, already the pan is hot, and if you put a spoon, a metal spoon, then metal spoon will also get hot. This shows that heat is being transferred in the pot and even in the metal spoon. Let's learn what it's trying to say. The transfer of heat to the direct contact occurs any time the object at the different temperatures are touching each other. As long as the objects are in direct contact, the transfer of heat continue until the temperature of the object is same. For example, if you leave a metal spoon in a pan of a spoon that you are heating on the stove, stove means your gas, it may burn your finger. The spoon is a direct contact with the hot soup and heat is transferred to the soup. So this shows that heat is getting transferred. Now conductors and insulators. What are conductor? In which heat get pass easily, then it is called conductors. When the heat get pass or allows to flow easily, then it is called conductors. And what are insulators? Insulators does not allow to pass the heat easily. Heat does not pass easily, then they are called insulators. Now let's learn conductors and insulators. What are conductors? Conductors are the materials which allows the heat to pass through them easily. For example, iron, aluminum, copper. Insulators. Insulators are the material which does not allow the heat to pass them easily. For example, wood, plastic, glass, rubber, air, water, etc. are your insulators. Now, what is convection? What is convection? Convection is a process by which heat is transferred in liquids and gaseous from the hotter part to the colder part. The best example of convection is that boiling of water. If you boil a water in a pot, what happens? The pot started getting hotter, and after pot gets heated, slowly the water starts to heat. From the bottom level, the heat get transferred to the top level, and in this way the heat is spreaded to all the particles of the water. So even the colder part also get heated. For example, we will do one activity. Take some water in a round bottom flask. Keep it in a tripod stand. You can see on your left hand side there is water in the round bottom flask, and there is a tripod stand, and put a crystal of potassium permanganate in it. Heat it with a burner. Just heat with a burner. The water at the bottom become hot. We already know that water in the bottom will become hot, and it rise up to the cold water as the heat will be transferring up to the cold water. From top moves the down. This water become hot and rise up, and cold water from the top moves down, and this process continue till all the water get heated. This shows that heat is transferred by convection. I said that simply boiling water at home is an example of your convection. Now convection, the transfer of energy in a liquid or gaseous. When a part of gas or a liquid is heated, the particles it made up of will move faster and spread out more. The moving particles bump into the another particle, causing them to move faster and spread out more. So how heat energy is passed in the liquid? First it started get heating to the smaller particle, then it will move faster and spread it out to the all other particles, and this will spread the heat. Now convection in the air. This is the simple example of convection in the air. The air near the heated source get heated and rise up. Now there is a flame. In the flame you can see your hand get heat, right? Now in the air, due to the flame down, even the air get heated. Even the air is get heated, and so your hand also get the heat. So due to the heat, the convection of the heat is passed in the air. The air near the hot source get heated and rise up. The air from the side moves in to take its place. In this way, the air get heated. If you keep one hand above a flame and one hand on the side of the flame, the hand at the top feels hot because the air above is heated by convection. The hand at the side does not feel as hot because there is no convection. If you put your hand just below the flame, you can feel more hotter. And if you keep your hand on the side, then you feel the less heat. So this shows that there is a convection of the air. Now what is radiation? What is radiation? Radiation is a process by which heat is transformed from one to another without the help of any medium. Now you can see the picture on the left hand side, where the sun rays are being transferred from the solar system sun to the earth. So this is a best example of the radiation. The sun gives the heat to the earth in the form of radiation. There is no medium in between. So the radiation is a process by which heat is transformed from one place to another without the help of any medium. For example, the heat from the sun reaches the earth by radiation. When we sit near a fire, we feel warm due to the heated radiant by the fire. All hot body radiate heats. Now heat from the sun. You can feel the sun warm your skin on the sunny days. When there is hot climate, your skin gets started feeling the heat. This is because the energy causes the particles in your skin to move faster. More heat energy. Now this shows the example of conduction, convection and radiation. You can see the flame is burning. As the heat moves, it shows the convection. When you keep your hand, and if you keep your hand far away, then you can see it is a radiation. Even in the stove, the radiation, the convection and the conduction. Now what is sea breeze and the land breeze? During the day, the land get heated faster than the sea. You know, at the daytime, the land get heated faster than the sea. So the air moves from above the land, get heated, become hotter and rise up, and cool air from the sea towards this land. This is called the sea breeze. This is called the sea breeze. And what is land breeze? During the night, the sea cools down slowly than the land. So the hot air above the sea rise up and cool the air from the land moves toward the sea. Then this is called a land breeze. You can see that air moves from the sea during the day. And land breeze, where air moves from land to land at the night. Now dark color surface and colored surface. What is dark color surface and what is colored surface? A dark color surface absorbs more heat than light colored surface. Take two tin cans of the same size. You can see here the two cans. One is of black color and darker color, and second one is on the white color. So one tin will be of black color and another tin will be of white color. Black color and the other with the white. Pour equal amount of water in each and leave them in the sunlight for the 1 hour. Measure the temperature of the water in both the can. The water in the black can is warmer than the water in the white can. Of course, when you keep the water on the sunlight, the darker surface will capture more heat than the lighter surface or the colored surface, that is white. So the water in the black can will heat faster than the water in the white can. Now dark color surface radiate more heat than the light color surface. Take a 2 can on the same size. Paint the outer surface, one with the black and other with the white. Pour the equal amount of hot water of the same temperature and leave them in a room or a shade for 10 or 15 minutes. Now measure the temperature of the water in both the can. The water in the black is cooler than the water in the white. Now kind of the clothes that we wear. In the winter we wear woolen clothes so that it keeps our body warm. And in summer we wear light cotton cloth or light color such as white and that type of cloth, so that in summer we feel cool. So dark color surface absorb more heat than light color surface, and dark color surface radiate more heat than the light color surface. We wear dark color cloth in the winter because it absorbs more heat and keep us warm. We wear light color clothes in summer because it reflects more heat and keep us cool. Thank you for watching this video.